Well, I'm John Ritland, and that is...
The Derminator.
Raw San Francisco. What exactly happened tonight?
Stuff.
Yeah, was it better?
Things.
It was better than last week.
Many good things.
A few bad things.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Hey, they didn't go with the whole Mike Maria Rusev thing till next week, which they might do. They allude to the Maury show. Maury Povich possibly appearing. Moving on, though. We get the spoopy opening. You alright? Shoulder. Yeah, spoopy opening with the Fiend. Alright. Fiendish graphics and all the shit and all the spoopiness and whatever. And then, we get a recast of Bray and Rollins, where he's scaring him like a cat, stalking him like, wanting to be fed or something like that. Really glad that meow, my friend. Oh, anyway.
And this is a friendship that will never, ever end.
Why is the cat talking like the rock creature from Neverending Story?
What?
We get Rollins out there, and he's talking about all the mind games. That was a 1996 pay-per-view, by the way.
He's more of a mind freak.
Are you ready? God. That goddamn show. We then get a commentary continuing to say the Fiend Bray Wyatt. It's a good thing they remind us who the Fiend Bray Wyatt is.
You gotta remember it's the Fiend Bray Wyatt and not Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt is a children's show host.
Right. That isn't creepy at all.
Exactly.
Right.
Unlike every other children's show host, aside from Mr. Rogers.
The Blue Clues guy was pretty creepy.
Steve.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
he was balding, so he shaved his head.
Oh, he did. That's right. So yeah, we get the Fiend Bray Wyatt. We get Braun comes out there, and Braun says,
Steve went off to college and became a skinhead.
Anyway, wait, what?
What?
Seriously?
No.
Oh God. But he says at Hell in a Cell. I mean, Clash of Champions. Rollins. I know
The beat. Keep rolling. What?
I know they have a lot of pay-per-views, but come on, Seth. Stop coming up short, please. Mm-hmm. You showed her already, bud.
Oh yeah, it's tight.
A little tight, right? So we are actually going to a little cheap plug here. We are going to Defy Northwest this Friday. Darby Allin's last Pacific Northwest match.
Yeah.
So yeah, we won't have a Real Honest Radio podcast probably till Sunday.
Yep.
Maybe. We'll see. So
It's just gonna be busy.
we will, because I'm probably gonna be watching Fighting Spirit Unleashed on Saturday. So we get Rollins with Braun. They're gonna have a match tonight. Basically, Braun says you're gonna get these hands. He needs a new catchphrase, and he needs wins badly. He really.
Guess what? He's not gonna get.
He's not gonna get a win, Chris.
Probably.
We then get Gallows and Anderson, that I wrote down as the the Orc, versus the Viking Raiders Pyrians, as I call them. And Cedric attacks AJ, and then runs him to the back. And then we have a decent tag match.
That's because AJ was interfering, and Cedric was like, no way.
Oh, right, yeah, Cedric, yeah, that's right. We have the Cedric Styles feud going that's really not much of a feud, because Styles has just beaten the shit out of him the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Raiders won.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the Viking Raiders, not the Raiders in the NFL. Sorry, Bobby, sorry. But the Raiders aren't really winning all that much. But it was a good match.
Yeah.
Well done. I mean, certainly wasn't bad. Then we go backstage with Rude and Charlie is talking to Rude, and Robert says, it's time to face the facts. No, Hawkins. You stay the hell away. You get to appear in another segment. So, did the Raiders win last week? Or this week?
Let's see.
Let's go take a look at that. Let's take a look at stuff. Let's just interrupt our show to see.
The
Raiders are 1-2.
Yep.
Okay, the Raiders have won one game.
Cool.
So, but yeah, let's face the facts. That was great. No, Hawkins. You aren't allowed on the show.
I miss Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah, he appears later.
I remember his, what was it, his Superstar Factory gimmick where he was like, where everyone was getting over because of him, essentially, is what his joke was.
That was actually pretty good. We then get Michael Cole interview with Becky Lynch. And Becky talks about wanting to have Sasha in the cage. Becky wants to put a black woman in the cage. Mm-hmm. It is like slavery never left. That's how I'm supposed to interpret this feud, right? I'm interpreting it wrong?
Correctly.
I'm interpreting it the way I want to.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, a typical Becky interview is what it is. Rusev versus EC3. And
well,
it was
another news, EC3 still works for the company, and I'm sorry.
He looked like he didn't give a shit. Like he was botching. He didn't care.
Yeah.
He was hitting some lazy... Now, I'm not saying EC3 is lazy, but at this point, I don't think he gives a shit. And can you blame the guy?
I still remember that clip of him going out to main event, and he's just like...
Yeah, he's just doing that, and I'm like...
This is a man who doesn't give a fuck. He has no fucks left to give.
I think once he got called up from NXT, then he fucks left to give.
Yeah. I was excited to see where they'd go with him, because I figured Vince would see him and be like... Suddenly, life has a new meaning to me.
Unfortunately, EC3 has just become a memeing.
Yeah.
That's all he is. Yeah, Rusev wins easily, wholeheartedly. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have...
EC3
Rusev
did put up a fight, but obviously we all knew where this was going.
For like 10 seconds, maybe.
Disappointment.
Very...
He has so much momentum coming out of NXT.
He at least had some. He didn't have a ton, but he had
He took
more.
out all of the Undisputed Era in a single night.
That is true. He did have that. We then get Nikki with Alexa versus Sasha with Bayley. And a good match. Went on a bit long. I'm all for the women getting more time, but there's giving them time, and there's letting this match drag out. It's two quality performers.
Yeah.
At one point, Nikki Cross, by the way, the talented Nikki that WWE employed. So, as Nikki Cross has a sleeper on Sasha, Cole says, Nikki has what I believe is a sleeper. Michael Cole, you're a goddamn idiot that does not deserve to be employed
I'm not
anymore.
sure, though. I've only been in this business for like 20 years.
God, Michael Cole's commentary is a goddamn sleeper. He's been with the company since 96. 96, 97. I think 97. Good match. There was some interference. Sasha ends up tapping out Nikki. Okay. That makes sense, because Sasha's going to face Becky in Hell in a Cell. We then get Styles, Gallows, and Anderson talking about none of these guys in the Fatal 5-Way Elimination match besides Styles, are that good. That's essentially it. And I believe Anderson called him a mother lover.
Yeah, like...
What kind of Oedipus nonsense is this?
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother, Corey and Anthony Perkins. One of my favorite movies, by the way. Brock is on Raw.
Well, it didn't work out so well for Beaver Cleavage.
It did.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Chris. That ruined so many careers. That poor woman, I think, died, actually. It's really a shame. But now that that's all been
and
brought
now that
up,
we've brought up the mood.
brought up the mood with Beaver Cleavage.
Let's get into our next match.
Brock actually is going to be on Raw next week, the season premiere. By the way, you pointed out about the pictures of Brock.
Never take a picture of him from the front.
Or
the side.
Or
the back. Maybe just keep him off TV for a little bit. I don't know.
We do that.
But every picture of him from the front looks so goddamn weird from WWE. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like his good side is definitely not the front of him.
Even the back of his head has a beer belly, which is kind of funny. So we then get the Street Profits. Okay, if you don't fucking have these guys wrestle, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. And they're good.
Yeah,
they're good
they are
in the ring.
excellent performers.
This shit.
Montez Ford can jump 6 feet in the air.
Easily. And Angelo Dawkins is also there. Actually, he's pretty good too. But just, seriously, stop with it's dumb. It's dumb.
Have them do something.
Have them beat up jobbers. Have something.
Give them the Viking experience.
Have them beat up the Colons.
You know? The Colons still work there, right?
They're the Colognes? That's how it's been pronounced?
Yeah.
I've been mispronouncing it this whole time?
It's a very shitty pronunciation.
It is. I wanted to take a stab at pronouncing it correctly, but what? Too soon?
For a bruising.
Whew. But Miz shows up and mentions that Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan are going to be on Miz TV, and Hulk Hogan, his mention, he got booed heavily.
Oh, yeah.
Let me say this much. If you're a Hulk Hogan fan watching this, that's fine.
I can't wait for the Fiend to arrive and mess with the Hulkster.
I mean, hopefully. The
Fiend gets a leg drop from Hulk Hogan!
And everyone leaves.
And Hulk Hogan's like laid out as we stretchered out because of all the back surgeries. Hogan deserves to be booed. I don't care that he apologized. He only apologized because he got caught. There's being sorry for what you did, and there's being sorry that you got caught.
Yeah.
Just saying. But again, you guys want to be fans of his, that's totally fine. I'm going to be happy when Phoenix boos him. And Karen, I'm glad you're not going. Because really, why would you want to be there, for Hogan and Brock?
Brock!
Which, by the way, was a match on SmackDown just before SummerSlam 2002. That happened. So, SmackDown Live recaps. All you gotta do is just have Kofi hand Lesnar the title on the 4th.
Or don't.
Okay, Kofi's not beating Lesnar, though.
I know.
I'm not saying I don't want to see it happen. I'm not saying I wouldn't pop for it. There's 0 chance.
No chance?
That's what we've got.
Alright then.
Look, we gotta get Lacey and Ember. Let me just say this much. This was a lose-lose situation. Lacey has to get some kind of momentum.
Yeah.
Ember has no momentum. And, of course, you have a Southern woman keeping a black woman down. Again.
Oh, rough.
12 years in Evans. I will drop the... Never. You'll never drop
those jokes, John.
I will never do it. She did hit a cool move, slingshot over the ropes. Ember got in some offense. But then... The sharpshooter last week by Lacey was pretty good. The sharpshooter this week was less good. She just kind of sat down. It was kind of like Bret Hart's sharpshooter in 2010. Yeah, it wasn't good. And I like Lacey. I like Ember.
Her sharpshooter last week was...
Yeah, that was good. This week wasn't so good. I think Lacey actually is better than her critics say.
Of course, according to TJP, WWE doesn't want their heels to wrestle no good.
Which makes sense, but
Yeah.
Natty then is watching backstage and challenges Lacey. You said, hopefully not to a submission match.
Right, because we all know how that worked out.
Yeah, which was actually, to be fair, that Becky Natty match was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
She
didn't win.
She did not. The Firefly Funhouse, sharing is caring was pretty much the theme of this.
Yep.
He split a Rollins action figure up against between the pig and the rabbit.
Huskus and Ramblin' Rabbit.
Is that what the pig's name is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Husky.
Yeah, right, okay. Okay, hey, typical stuff, building more of the feud to Rollins, with Rollins, stuff like that. And then this show comes to a screeching fucking halt. This thing hit the goddamn wall so hard because you had the 24/7 title stuff with Truth and Carmella. Surrounding the ring was Lucha House Party, Mojo, Drake, Hawkins, and Ryder, and maybe some other people.
And they sat there and let R-Truth and Carmella have their moment as Carmella tells R-Truth that she's tired of running around, blah, 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 blah. And then just as they go to hug it out, Carmella rolls up R-Truth for the belt.
And Truth seems okay with it.
Yeah, because then he doesn't have to defend the belt anymore.
And then
none of the guys do anything to pin Carmella to get the belt because Corey might get jealous.
Wait. Renee says, Graves, you can finally consummate the 24/7 title. He says a little late for that.
Yeah. What did he do with Drew? Never mind.
Reminder that Corey, Gina, his wife,
With
Carmella, regardless of separation. Sorry, guys. Speaking.
If they're separated, that's one of those iffy things. Like, don't know what to read upon.
This is true.
But
You do have to keep them separated, but they do have offspring, though. Chris, I had to continue with the joke.
He didn't, though.
I know. We then get.
But anyway, Carmella gets it. None of the guys tried to pin Carmella.
They just stand there dumbfounded.
And then the women are running from the back to try and pin Carmella. Because everyone can be the champion, but you can't pin the woman.
Yeah. Sarah, Dana, I think, and Liv. Maybe Ember. I'm not sure who all ran down there, but Sarah, Dana, and Liv for sure. And Carmella hops on Truth's back, I assume, because...
To see that they're using Sarah Logan for something productive.
Yeah, which I assume maybe is another metaphor for slavery. Maybe I'm just reading too much into this. What am I reading into this, Chris?
Made no goddamn sense.
Right, none at all. Black man carrying a white woman again. Sasha and Bailey talked like the camera isn't there. That's what I wrote on my notes.
All right.
That's pretty much it.
Remember that? It reminds me of that segment with Alexa Bliss and Mickey James when they were making fun of Nia Jax.
Oh, God.
You know everyone can see, right?
Why were they talking like a camera wasn't there? What the fuck? Okay, so then we get Zayn and Nakamura. Zayn yelling a lot before the match.
Yeah.
And then we get Corbin versus Gable. Gable gets tossed into a bunch of security guards. The match was actually fine. Mm-hmm. At one point, Gray says, well, Corbin's playing the long game.
It was a good match.
It was a good match. Corbin is, Gray said Corbin is playing the long game.
Yeah. And as the match continued, both of them unloaded all of the offense that they could. Gable finally gets Baron into an ankle lock, because Jason Jordan was the illegitimate son of Kurt Angle. And as it looks like he's about to tap out, Baron makes his way over to a corner where he kept his scepter. He attacks Chad, which means Chad wins the match. Baron's big baddie cheater, man.
And the crowd was cheering for Gable.
Yeah, and they booed Baron heavily. And this was actually a great way to end it. A good heel move by Baron Corbin. Mm-hmm. That was legitimate. He not like the get away from us. We don't want you around anymore. You stupid bald bastard. Kind of heat that he's been getting.
Still kind of that way with me.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair too. But good reaction from the crowd. People were on their feet, ready to root for Chad Gable, and they did that. They were ready for him to win.
Right.
And he didn't. Technically, I mean, he won by DQ, but I liked how this match played out. This was good storytelling.
I can't wait till Corbin beats him in 5 minutes to Hell in a Cell.
4.5 stars, not in the Tokyo Dome.
I agree with what you're saying, though. I just think it was kind of bad that he pulled out his big black scepter and jammed Gable in the face.
Yeah.
He jammed him a little too hard with it, too, because Gable was bleeding.
From the mouth.
Ew, that's even worse. Scepter in the mouth. I don't know what this review is anymore.
The usual.
10% wrestling, 90% jokes.
Afterwards, we got an AOP promo.
AOP, interrupt their promo, go beat up a couple guys. No Way Jose and somebody, and then go back and they finish their promo. It's a good thing they carry the subtitles with them.
Yeah.
That's good to do. That's really good to do. I give it 2 months before AOP is chopping again. I mean, I feel bad for saying that.
Or else they get moved to SmackDown.
They job in 1 month. New Day beats them.
No. And then they're going to be reuniting another tag team and they'll lose to Titus Worldwide!
Oh, god damn. They would do that.
Ow.
Please take it easy on your shoulder.
Worth it.
Okay. But
right.
especially for Defy. Moving on, Ray versus Ricochet. Versus River versus Styles versus Nakamura.
Lots of R's in there.
Yes. And fatal 5-way elimination match. Number 1 contender match. Whoever wins faces...
Ricochet.
All right, all out.
Ricochet. There we go.
Whoever wins faces Rollins next week on the season premiere of Raw.
Yes.
A show that never takes any episodes off has a season premiere.
Correct. Technically, everything's got a season.
How does that work?
So that they can sell DVD box sets.
That's true. Do people even buy DVDs anymore? I thought it was all...
And Blu-rays.
Yeah, Blu-ray. I thought it was all Blu-ray right now.
But DVDs, yes, too.
Blu-rays and 4K.
Because there are people out there who can't afford a Blu-ray player.
It's kind of like the whole thing with It's kind of like the whole thing
or don't
with
want to, because if it ain't broke.
Why fist it? Fix it. Moving on. Nakamura pins Ricochet. Nakamura pins Ricochet. Okay.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, Ricochet cut a pre-match promo. That is why you don't have Ricochet cut promos. I like Ricochet.
And that is what I'm going to do. Yes. It's like
Not
someone
that
told
bad.
him to sound enthusiastic, but didn't tell him anything else.
Yeah, that's fair. Sarah Schreiber
I am going to win this.
Anything else, Ricochet? Trevor Man, the worst superhero name ever. So,
Trevor Rickishman. Rick O'Shea.
They would call him that. So,
Ricochet.
we get Nakamura pinning Ricochet. Soon after, we get Styles eliminating Nakamura. Nakamura not hitting Styles in the nuts repeatedly like he did last year.
Yeah, that never works.
I mean, it was no DQ. That's
Right.
true. He never beat him. And then Rude eliminates Styles soon after. And then Ray eliminates Rude. Pretty good exchange these guys had. So Ray wins. He dedicated this match to his son Dominic. So why'd he win? Why am I so needlessly mean towards Dominic?
Because your first impressions are always, set in concrete.
And never chiseled out.
Correct.
To be fair, Dominic could be really good. He just shouldn't talk.
Not until he gets some lessons on that.
From Lance Storm, of all people.
Or just
In general.
take an improv class. Or 5.
I mean, he's Eddie's son. You would think he'd know how to have charisma. Sorry.
Who is his puppy?
How did Eddie make that storyline work?
Because he's Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, God. So, yeah, Charlie interviewing Rollins. And then we get Rollins versus Braun. Again.
And we know where this is going to go.
Match is fine.
Yeah, I believe it was Rollins who picked up the win.
No.
No?
Because the Fiend attacks.
I
And just
thought he
attacks
picked up the
everybody.
win and then...
No.
Okay.
No. It looked like Braun was going to get the win. And then
Well, I
the
guess
Fiend...
Braun technically got the win by DQ.
Yeah. Or maybe Bray attacked the ref first. I mean, we don't know.
The Fiend attack, the production value on this one seemed a lot less than the other attacks. You got to stop.
Miking.
Yeah, don't bring a mic up to him. Just keep it short, keep it simple, make his takedowns quick, efficient, and terrifying.
Yeah.
I like the focus on making Seth Rollins look terrified of the Fiend.
Like he's
This is a guy who faced down Brock Lesnar and won twice.
And beat Braun
And
in
he-
Clash of Champions.
And he is afraid of the Fiend, which is great.
Bray reminded me again of a cat that, like, it's like you're just like a cat, like at night, that's just stalking you or something like that.
But overall, that was a pretty good ending to it. It went on a little too long.
There were some good moments to the show. Some of it was kind of shit.
Yeah.
C+. I'm gonna go C+ for this reason. Because the first 90 minutes are actually fun. Well, Lacey Ember has moments.
Rusev EC3.
Yeah, and it came to a screeching halt. That 24/7 title. I'm sorry. It would have been a B-, maybe even a B, but I have to drop it because of that.
I'm not always as furious at the 24/7 title. I'm gonna give it a B-. Almost a C+, but it's a B-.
But
There's a poll right up here.
there is.
I'm not pointing with my other hand for obvious reasons.
Please don't.
And you can grade along with us. Maybe like or dislike, depending on what you thought of the video. Leave a comment down below.
Hit the subscribe, the bell that we apparently have.
Yes.
And join us tomorrow.
Yes, we will have the SmackDown review, possibly a pre-SmackDown live game stream. I also will be possibly posting a couple retro reviews, maybe a double movie review of stuff I see on Hulu or Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's horror movies. Unlike, which is shocking, I never review horror movies.
Never.
Never. By the way, we will be watching Joker in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm John Ritland, that is.
The Terminator. Ow.
Please stop that. We'll see you tomorrow.